Hi everybody, this is DarkOnion here with another review. Today we'll be reviewing GummyJAR 1.9.1 ROM for the Droid 2 and Droid X by GummyJAR 31. And yeah, this is pretty exciting. New ROM. This ROM came out, I think, within the last 48 hours, in the last 2 days, and I've just gotten an opportunity to take a look and give it a try, and first impressions are actually really good. I like it a lot. Of course, there's, just like with any other ROM, I do have my preferences. I have my likes and dislikes, and I'm just gonna tell it as it is. Trying not to be biased between any ROM. This ROM does have things that I like compared to other ROMs I've tried, and then there's things I dislike. So take a look at this video. You know, if you like it, if you like what you see, give it a try. Otherwise, you know, you can always try another ROM like Fission or Apex or one of the others that are going to be soon to be released. So yeah. So number one, what is GummyJAR? It's, I don't know, it's a lot like Fission, maybe a little more on top in terms of aesthetics. There's a definite styling going on in the ROM. Just like any other ROMs, or you always have options to theme your interface. So like I said, you can always do something like that. But it's essentially a vanilla ROM with a little something on top in terms of transitions and the available software that comes with it, available applications that comes with it. But like I said, first impressions are, I like it a lot. Yeah, so number two, how is this different from stock? It just is different. To be honest, any ROM you choose, whether you choose Fission or Apex or Gummy or whatever, to be brutally honest, is better than stock Moto Blur. Moto Blur blows. Give this a try. Give any other ROMs a try. I don't know, spend like 3 days on it, 4 days, and go back to Blur, and you'd be like, I'm never going back. So this ROM is, well, we'll get to that a little bit. But yeah, so let me give you a look around, and then I'll tell you what I like and dislike, and we'll go from there. So here it is, GummyJAR 1.9.1. You know, at first glance it looks a lot like Fission or any other ROMs. You know, there's a very lean looking interface. You know, there's the gingerbread launcher thing down here, and yeah, you can see that, you know, you have your home keys and all that good stuff. And yeah, so things I noticed that are different than say Fission is you have little mild transitions, transition animations and stuff. Things like this, where the screen will pop up, will slide up. So very similar to Apex, and you can also see that there's little transitions and stuff from window to window, and that's, you know, it's definitely a lot more laid back and low key than Apex, but definitely a step up from Fission in terms of flashiness of animation. So somewhere between the two. So if you're looking for something a little fancy but not out of the way, then this is probably a good median. And yeah, I mean, you'll have all your typical stuff, software or applications that are included, and you know, each ROM has its own set of applications that they use, and you know, I've tried a lot of these out, and you know, it works really well. It's you know, I might have preferences here and there, but for the most part, it does exactly what you need it to do. All right. So moving on, there's really not much else to say in terms of how it looks like. Like I said, it's very similar to Fission. Yeah, you'll notice things like little static things like, you know, the dialer is different, you know, and maybe like the slider, the lock screen. But beyond that, it's not a whole lot different. So moving on. What do I like about it? Well, to be honest, I like that it's lean like Fission. I mean, that's a personal preference. Very simple, very clean, not too flashy. And yeah, and I do like some of the I like the low keyness of the transitions. It's not super flashy, so you know, if you don't like the transitions on this ROM, then you know, should consider something like Fission. What do I dislike about the ROM? Yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, the only thing I might get annoyed of is the transitions. At a certain point, you just really don't care about the transitions anymore, and you know, you just want things to load. And you know, like I said, my preferences are very lean, very straightforward, very straight to the point. And the last question is, how does it compare to Fission or Apex? Well, if you put it on the spectrum where between stock and you know, really flashy, I think Gummy would be somewhere in the middle. You know, and don't get me wrong, there's, to be honest, there's no reason why you should choose. There's no real good reason why you should choose it between Fission and Apex, or Gummy between Fission and Apex. It's, you know, it's your own personal preference. Definitely take a look at it. If you like it, you know, continue using it. Of course, you know, this is a brand new ROM, so there are going to be problems that are going to arise from it, but that happens in all cases, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, give it a try and enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, there's really no standout reason why you should choose between Fission and Apex. The only thing I would say, and it's more of a convenience thing, is Fission has the use of their Fission ROM manager, which allows you to essentially update Fission through your phone. You don't have to go through intermediate step with the computers. Fission ROM manager is just a huge step over everybody else, but that's purely a convenience thing. But straight from a ROM perspective, there's, like I said, there's really no reason for you to choose one or the other. It's purely personal preference. And yeah, and so I guess number 6 would be, where could I find this? I'll be posting a link to where you can get GummyJAR 1.9.1, and I'll post it in the comment box below. Alright, hope you enjoy this review. Dark Onion out.